Hello everyone, Atkpwr here with a February monthly joust tournament from the Kingdom Discord for Steel Division 2. Let's dive right in here to Orsha North, best map in the game. And on the left in the red, we have Wantsomenoob playing 8th Cavalry on Vanguard income. And on the right in the blue, we have Jaapaasa playing his legendary 17th Divissioona on Maverick income. These are two players I really enjoy watching. We're going to see a lot of Jaapaasa here over the next couple weeks. He's just happens to be in a lot of tournaments, and I do like. He's a super nice guy. He's kind of like me, where Finnish are his absolute favorite. You know, Romanian or mine. But yeah, let's dive into these decks here. Wantsomenoob playing my beautiful 8th Cav. Question is he playing it right? Probably not, because he's not on balanced income. But anyway, diving into this recon tab. Really solid. I mean, it's 4 cards of Kadarashi, all vetted. 3 of them in A and 1 in B. Okay. I get it. I don't love it. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably just do 2 unvetted cards of Kadarashi in A, make sure they're next to a leader, and then I have 6 anyway. I don't know. And then the AB horse there in A phase. I actually legitimately don't think 8th Cav is nearly as good of a Vanguard deck as 5th Cav is. 5th Cav is a very good Vanguard deck. Lots of auto cars to use and stuff. Good support from the tanks and everything. 8th Cav does not have that same amount of light armored support. The infantry tab, though, very strong. It's Romanian infantry. Special unit here is the Venatori de Garda that you get. It's a fanatical unit that is similar to a Roscioli, but a little stronger in CQC with some extra submachine guns. And it's a chunkier squad with fanatical. So all those things just make it stronger. Then you also get the Kadarashi Moto, which are phenomenal. They're basically just better Panzergrens. For the same price, they're very good. They have a higher veteran. They have a better veterancy curve where you get a lot more availability. The double MG42, they're great. Roscioli Assault, meh, definitely not as good as Pianiti Assault. And then finally, a C-Face card of Roscioli. 8th Cav is stronger than 5th Cav in certain ways, but it is definitely much worse in CQC ability. The Pianiti Assault really make 5th Cav a lot stronger in the woods than 8th Cav. Tank tab, though, does get the Journey 2, which makes this division much better in 2K situations, because you actually have some 2K HE, and then a card of Tehran 2s, and I love Tehran 2s, although a singular card in A phase is honestly not doing much, let's be real. I wish you could bring it in B. Support tab, awful, like all Romanian divisions. Hotchkiss, Bredagun, leader, and ammo here. The AT tab, though, in this division is stronger. You get a cooler mix of units. You get a Hetzer, which is really nice. You get the 2 cards of Roscioli. You get the TACCOM R2, which is a nice little Zis-3 wielding tank destroyer. And then your usual 45 mils. I don't think you get a pack 38 in this. I want to say you do, though. Yeah, maybe not. That's okay, you don't need it. And then the Venatori de Garda, which is a better Panzerstrike unit, a big chunky squad with a grenade. The AA tab, really solid. Hotchkiss, 40 mils, and Vickers. Then the RD tab is much better than 5th Cav, because you get the 100 mil RD, which is the amazing Romanian gun, and the 60 mil guns. And the Air Force, about equal to 5th Cav. You have your HS-129. He's bringing JU-87, not a fan of that. BF-109s, the heavier versions, you get HS-129s and the JU-88, so lots of clusters if you want them. On the other side, 17th Divissioona. This is not Jaapaasa's favorite division. I think Rukma still is, but this is a dangerous new Finnish division. You have the Kev OS, 2 cards attack on Poya in A phase, and Kev OS there again. Then the infantry tab is mostly the Sextietten, and then you have the Sextietta Iskarhukma, which are phenomenal Suomi wielding grenade tossers. They're very good. Only 1 card of Yakari, though, in this division that you can get. Tank tab, a little bit better than Rukma. You do get a card of Stug 3s along with the T26s. Support tab, way better. You get 2 cards of these BT42s, which are indirect and direct fire units. Then the AT tab, really weird. Lots, a couple pack 40s, 45 mils, and like a billion Latis and Panzerschrecks if you want them. AA tab, great with Vekatins, Vickers. RD tab, lots of big guns, especially the big 203 mil. And finally, Blenheims, DBs, a smaller Air Force than Rukma. So diving in here, early BF-109 out of Jaapaasa, giving him lots of delicious recon information here. Here comes the Latis, coming to be cheeky. Will the Venatori get out in time? The answer is yes. BF-109 forced off. Hotchkiss 25 mils, really solid. They can generally stop almost anything. The biggest issue for me with 17th Divissioona is the friggin' transports. They're slow. Now, I will say these are not the slowest transports. These are by far not the slowest transports in the game, but they are slow. You are not getting to the front line very quickly at all. The Latis aren't even they don't even pick off transports. They're just too darn slow. Then you also have the Prikkatalainen. Ooh, the Sheetsa almost take out the Takaampoja. Hotchkiss doing a nice job of pinning down infantry here, and Wantsomenoob with an early lead here up in the north, picking up this northern flag. 45 mil is working with the Takaampoja, though the double sniper should win that out against the Karadashi. Down here, the Sextietten. Just not, they're not, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Sextietten. They have a DT machine gun. They're kind of like, oh, what is the unit it reminds me of? The Strelke DTs. They come, but no, not really, though, because they come with 2 DT machine guns. They come with Molotov. They're not really similar. It's just one of the only other units with a DT machine gun. Sure, they're very similar to Jaapaasa in a lot of ways, except they have they have the DT, which is a light machine gun, not an automatic rifle, and they don't have the Molly. They have a Panzerfaust. They are fanatical, though. That is nice. Certainly not bad. Lots of fanatical units here. The Sheetsa doing its best 2K HE impression here. It's easy to forget that the Sheetsas are actually quite good at HE damage. They just run out of ammo really fast because they're high rate of fire. Tron 2 gets in, and in this position, I don't really see any AT to stop it. The Lati would be the best choice here other than like a regular AT gun, but that's not around. The Takantorunta just gets out in time from the Tron 2, overlooking the road. Killing off this BT would be huge, honestly. Heat shell's still on, AP shell's still on those. That's a big mistake, because it's going to fire the AP instead of the heat, which is just stupid, but is what it is. Tron 2, AB Horse moving in. Double Lati can definitely clean those up, but it's got to get in the right position. 60mm mortar already out there for Wantsomenoob. See a 100 mil out from Wantsomenoob as well. These things are phenomenal. Fighting at a staggering 8 rounds a minute. If you vet them, which he did, they come in at 10 rounds a minute. One of the fastest firing RD pieces in the game in terms of this caliber. I actually think it is that fast. I don't know of any other RD piece that fires that fast. And the center here, Wantsomenoob has grinded out this flag, giving him an early 14-10. But he is on Vanguard, so technically speaking, he should be winning from an income standpoint. Mortar coming in, but it's not going to hit anything. I'm surprised Jaapaasa brought the BT into this side, honestly. Because, yeah, it covers off the hill. But like right here, he really needs to like kill this for Sheets. Although the you can indirect fire it. Like you can just move it up here and do like an indirect fire thing. Looks like Wantsomenoob. I can't tell if he has on defensive fire or if he is personally targeting these units. 100 mil still sits silent. Zirny coming in. Another 60mm mortar coming. Venatori de Gata. Again, arguably an upgrade on a Roshiri. I mean, it is. It's got 2 more guys. It's got fanatical. You know, from that perspective, yes. From a gun loadout perspective, honestly, to me, it's arguable whether it's actually an upgrade. 2 Berettas, are they better than these 4 submachine guns? It's an actual question. I'm not 100% sure the 4 submachine guns are better than 2 Berettas. And the rifles in the Roshiri are definitely better. Being straight pull. So really it comes down to a numbers and the fanatical thing. How valuable are those? I think it's 2 extra guys. I think Roshiri only have 10. I play with them enough, you'd think I'd know. No, I'm pretty sure it's 10. So do 2 men and fanatical make them better? They are the same price, but I think overall the damage output's probably almost the same. If not leaning towards the Roshiri again. I really hope we get to see face and can see some. So now I really want to compare. Venatori get caught out in the open between Sextietten and a Kev OS. Excuse me. Luckily for the Venatori, the Suomis are just out of range. Takes away a lot of the damage. Suomis are pretty phenomenal. Sexietin goes down, though. Jaapaasa getting squeezed right now. Having a hard time finding a hole in the defenses. Indirect going down pretty good here on the Venatori. BT's pretty close, so it should be relatively accurate. I wonder, do the BT-42s gain an advantage from an arty leader? I actually don't know. Like, do they gain the radio, I should say? They always get, like, an, you know, the veterancy bonus. JU-87 getting in. It's too far for the Veketin to stop. Sexietin Uskarukuma. Oh! That hurt. Ouchie, ouchie. This is always a tough area to push across because you're always pushing into green forest from yellow, and that's really bad. The Hotchkiss did go down there to the BT-42. Zhirny here, though, as well. It's going to be an issue. 155 going after the 60 mil. Good choice of the 60 mil, about to be out of ammo anyway. I don't feel like Wantsomenoob 60 mils have done that much damage, to be honest. Surprised he hasn't just sent the 155 to go after this as well. Ooh! BT-42 getting an indirect shot directly on the Rashitsa. Wow. That was pretty darn lucky, not going to lie. Or maybe it was the 155. No, it was I'm pretty sure it was a BT. Yeah, this one. And now the BT is using its napalm, I believe. No, it's just using neutral HE. The problem is the Zhirny has heat shells. So here's how this works, guys. If your HE unit has heat shells, it will not fire HE shells at a tank. Okay, you follow me? So if it has heat, it will not fire HE at a tank. If a unit does not have any heat, it will simply fire its HE rounds at a hard target. So if you want the Zhirny to fire back, he's either going to move into range or turn off the heat shells, and then the HE shells will respond. 100 mil, going to go for an attack on the Vickers. Okay. The Vickers is a terrible AA piece, but it is a phenomenal AT piece. It is basically an upgraded Pack 40. Iskarukma going to show their stuff here. I'm just absolutely eating these Venatori alive. Oh. Oh. With 7 Swomies and 2... I didn't realize they had 2 automatic rifles. I thought it was just 1. This Lati could easily kill this Saran, too, from the side here. If only he knew. Zhirny took a lot of damage, honestly, from that BT-42. Maybe not as much as I thought, I guess. 155 going to go after now. And we see even more pressure here. Wantsomenoob now on the 15-9. Hetzer coming in. That's going to be a problem. This Venatori is still alive. He really needs to clear this out. The Rashitsa did go down as a big kill, but we're about to hit the end of A phase. Hetzer going to get up on the hill here to kill this BT-42, although it might be out of range at this point. Now with the RD and this coming down, I have to imagine Zhirny's taking some damage. His infantry have been totally cut off. Zhirny goes down to the RD. Very nice. It's a pretty big kill. Those Zhirnys are pretty precious. Hetzer getting a shot off on the BT-42. Lands a hit. No reaction from Jaapaasa. Moves forward? Okay, yeah, that was definitely a mistake. Could have just backed up into the yellow forest. Now, he's got plenty of BT-42s, but that's still a pretty ouch loss. Kado Hashimoto tries to get out and gets caught out in the open. Oof. No chance there. Jaapaasa under a lot of pressure here, but now it is B phase. Can he turn it around with his income? 100 mil going after the 155. Oh, they're so good at counter battery. They're accurate and they're fast firing, so both two are already in. AB. Oh, Light Torunta takes out the AB Horse. It looks like the other Lati was killed by the Roshiri Assault. Never got a chance to exact death upon his enemies. Talking Torunta. Ooh, gonna get a kill here on the Hetzer. Almost definitely. I can't see how the Hetzer gets out of this. There it is. Big kill there. All right, so some pretty major armor kills. HS-129 come in. The 155s appear to be countering the 100s. Is that what it looks like? HS-129 coming in for the the Sturmy that's hiding here. Lost sight of it, but still coming. Sturmy's making no reaction. It does not look like Jaapaasa's noticed, and the HS-129 going to keep it in line of sight. So that'll go down for sure. Even with the spread of the cluster. Yep, down it goes. Yeah, Vickers are terrible AA pieces, as I mentioned before. Back to a 14-10, though. Jaapaasa finally getting back into the buildings in the center. It's definitely a big deal. Problem is now he's pushed off this hill. The thing is, though, now, essentially, he's got the Pianiti Kaladi. Wantsomenoo's much lower on CQC infantry now. He's got the Pianiti Kaladi, which are very good pioneers, but they're still pioneers. Like, they're just tossing a grenade. So anything that can force move things is going to prevent that from happening. Back 40 taking some ouchies there. 155 going for the counter battery. Fortunately, not on the northern piece, but the southern piece. Lati failed to kill the Tehran too. Oof. That's kind of half of what they're there for. That and the Horsch. Alright, Iskarukma should be able to easily clear out this guard. And then we'll get it back to a 14-10, but he's got to stop the bleed at some point here. 3 minutes into B phase. I mean, he made a nice little push here to go for this hill that is actually undefended. Problem is there's some Kadadashi Moto here that ambushed them before they could get all the way through. Kevo S trying to save the day here from the Venatori. 45 mil can put up its own defense as well, though. It's not completely helpless. Pack 40. Can it reset to fire at that Gierney 2 in time? Looks like it's going to get at least one shot off. Hiya! Oh, it gets a pen. Goes down. Ouch. Now the Gierney's on the hill. Will it get the shot off in time? The answer is no. And this is the fight. This is not the fight that Jaapaasa wants here. His infantry are not very good at long range. Like, they just aren't. There's not much long range bite to him. He wants to be in the woods. He wants to be up close and personal, green forest, and the problem is the second this Iskarukma finds this, the Tehran 2 is going to open up on him. The Tehran 2 is actually a great support tank. Wow, look how much damage they're putting out. Oh my god. These guys right here are the highlight of the division for me. The Sextieten are very underwhelming, but the Iskarukmas are, whew, that's a CQC unit. That makes it worth not having Yaakari because you have those instead. Oh, Yaakari have a Panzerfaust. I'm sorry. They don't have a machine gun. Whoopsies. Kadadashi Moto getting wiped out in the open from the Yaakari. Back to a 14-10, but still not a positive ticket lead here for Jaapaasa. His 155 taking a lot of damage, but not dead. Important to note, not dead, and are returning some of the damage. Not a lot of it, though. Another 100 mil out for Wantsomenoob. I mean, the thing is, these 155s just need to land one hit, and that thing's dead. I'd love to see a 203. I doubt it based on his current position, but I would love to see a 203. All right, so DB3F coming in. I'm pretty sure this is an IL-4, right? Yeah, that's basically an IL-4. Big bomb loadout in this thing, though. How many 500s? Two. Two 500s? That's what it looks like. Wow, and they're, like, concentrated. So both infantry dead. Tehran 2 took some damage. Not dead, though. Very important to know they're not dead. And these infantry, the Yaakari, the only ones with the Panzerfaust. This Tehran 2 just proving to be a brick wall here. 45 mil being repositioned to take it out. I mean, Jaapaasa is definitely making better trades now. Ooh, 155 goes down. Oh, and this one too? Oh, the Artie War just took a bad turn. And he didn't take out any of those 100s? Nope. Not a hit. Oh, I'd be raging. I would be raging. I hate losing Artie Wars. BT claims to not see Dashitsa. Dashitsa claims it can see the BT. Neither are firing. Dashitsa's glitched. Oh. That's some cheese balls right there. That's some baloney sugar. Calling the baloney. Yakari making a push. They're going to get by. Nothing to stop him here. Oh, if they kill off that Rashita, that would be disgusting. Back to a 12-12. Blenheim gets through. 45 mil, though, putting the damage on. Blenheim had no fallback order. So it might go down here. Rashita go down. Ooh, taking out those Rashitas burns my soul a little bit. Blenheim going to get away. Just barely, though. 3 minutes left here in B phase. BT42 getting RD'd and no response here. Possum missing a lot of micro. Kind of unlike him. Kind of wish he had missed this much micro against me. Burgers Lane just barely finished. That would have been huge for Jaapaasa, but he is on a 13-11. Fortunately, Yakari do not have the necessary damage output to really take this 25 mil down. That'd be huge, though. JU87 coming in. It does now spot. Iskarukma goes down. The reason the Pianini Kaladi are so good is because they're basically a normal infantry squad in terms of damage. I think they have the same loadout as a Roshiori, except they have a grenade instead of a AT grenade. Like, that's the only difference. So, I mean, they're essentially a full, like, really solid infantry squad with 2 machine guns, which is very odd for a Pioneer squad. Takan Durunta don't really have a chance here. Yeah, it's definitely not good. BT42 finally moving. This BT42 spotting the Hotchkiss. Yakari got forced off the flag for now. Back to a 12-12. Jaapaasa really likes this position. He's a big fan. T26 is now in. This little obnoxious, hyper-efficient point-wise. Double Kev OS, I don't know who wins, honestly. I feel like the double should, because 2-on-1 usually wins, but maybe not. I don't even know. Yeah, they're putting out some pretty good damage. HS129 still won't go down. Wow, Kanadashi Moto get absolutely wrecked by the Yakari. Get in range of those Swomies, guys. Oof. Ooh, this Yakari not making a good choice. He's going to run right into his 25 mil, and if he leaves cover, he's probably going to die. He's in yellow cover. He's going to die. Yeah, this was unnecessarily aggressive. I understand what his thought process was. Go kill the Rashita. Yeah, let's do it. But now he's lost that, and now the Rashita in position to kill these Sextiet and coming in. Are these in range? No, they're not. These are Maxims. Garbage. Vickers getting absolutely wrecked. 155 going for the battery on the 60 mil. Little park over here. About to hit C phase, though, and I'm not sure if Jaapaasa's made enough progress with his Maverick income. The thing is, too, 17th Divissioona is not as cost-efficient as Rukma, right? You have a lot of 20-point infantry of the Pricketsalanian, which are 15. I mean, that's all great, good, and well. But the Iskar Rukma are 25 points. You have a lot more expensive tank units and stuff to work with. Maxim's just pushing forward now. 45 mil should be able to kill this AB horse just fine. BT42 trying to force off to their sheets. Zhirny in. 45 mil finally is going to get his crap together or not? There we go. The KVOS, the KVOS do have an AT satchel like grenade, but they're not going to get that close to this horse to use it. T26 should do okay against Tron too, especially 2-on-1. 160 mil down from the Artie already. BT42 under a lot of pressure, needs to move or it will die. It's already pretty heavily damaged from the Artie it's already taken. I mean, Jaapaasa making progress up north, no question of that. We're now into C phase. Can he continue the pressure? There is a 25 mil. Will the DB3F get through anyway? Is it too slow? Oh, it gets the bombs off. And it actually spreads them out, which is going to make them more effective. They should kill both these infantry. Yakari go down, though, before that. Ooh, what a bomb strike there. That did hurt. AB Horse absolutely wrecking right now. Cavalry do have a Panzerfaust, so maybe they can finally get a hold of that thing. T-26 needs to move up an inch to get this, and actually only the Kadadashi have good old Panzerfaust. No, just kidding, grenade. Double talking to Runta coming to kill that horse. Still 12-12, though. Ju-87 finally goes down to the Vekatan. Jaapaasa really needs to move up some of these units to try to capture these flags. He could definitely capture this one. 45 mil goes down. That's a nice kill. Roshiori, there they are. 10 men, I was right. And the damage output... Oh, are there any Venatori left? All right, there's a Venatori. We're doing some math here. So 1.6, 0.6, and 1. 0.4. Oh, it's a single Beretta. Okay, I thought I had 2 Berettas. So it's only 0.4. It's higher rifle damage and 1, yeah. So, yeah, the Venatori, I mean, this is, yeah, the Venatori are better. They are. I just love my Roshiori. What can I say? Something about him. AB Horse finally goes down. But it took work. No question of that. Grenades traded. And only Jaapaasa falls back, so the grenade does the full damage to him. Another 155 in. Honestly, I don't know why you don't just spend the 20 more points and get the big boy. The 203 Doom. Doom Blade. Roshiori spam coming in now. Jaapaasa was just too slow to capture that flag up there. HS-129 gets his bombs off, but no kills. I highly doubt the Vekatan will be enough to single-hand kill it. Vekatans are great. And you might be thinking, what attack power? You said 20 mils are terrible. They are, but this is a double 20 mil. We zoom in closer, we see 2 20 mil cannons. And when you get to 2 20 mil cannons, they start to be pretty good. Same as 4 20 mil cannons is significantly good. Like, it's very good. This Lieutenant Venatori doing its job. Holding on there. Jaapaasa really needs to get his arty firing again. Either counter or actually target something. Iskra should be able to easily win this fight in the woods. Yeah, unfortunately, it wasted a grenade. It didn't need to throw that grenade at all. That was literally killed all 10 men without losing 1 man. A lot of fanatical in this deck. Just like all these Sexietan. These guys need to get in the woods. I don't know what the F they're doing. This is going to be a major screw up here from... Yeah, this is a major screw up. Like, look how good... If this guy was in the woods, he'd be wrecking these guys. But Jaapaasa just missing a lot of micro here. This is very unlike him. I'm kind of annoyed because he definitely didn't miss any micro going against me. Roshi Assault go down. I mean, Jaapaasa's making progress down here. If he can stop with the little mistakes, then he might be able to claw this one back. Iskarukma just cutting through these infantry. T-26 goes down. That's definitely not good. Ooh, Wantsomenoob just dodges that. Panzer Shrek. So 3 155s. Will the counter battery be enough now? Will 3 of these be enough? I would think they should be able to win this one. Oh, they took 1 out. All right, so 100 mil down. That's pretty big. Now Venatori finally found. And potentially now with a 14-10, Jaapaasa might have turned this around. It's very possible. Sheets is still alive here. Still lands the hit at high suppression. Oof. Where's my luck? I need some of that. 45 mil took out an AB horse, I think. Probably the last one. It's going to go down for it, but 100% worth that. Thinking about it, Wantsomenoob brought a lot of AT. But I guess, I mean, the Hetzer and the TACOMs are kind of like tanks for him. I will say Jaapaasa already has not been super lucky. Oh, this is a 203. Fire, baby. Look at that thing. Up and up and up and up. These things have such a massively high arc. It takes so long for the shell to fall. It's hilarious. So, Wantsomenoob moving, just like manually moving is already. Love it. Will it get out in time? Fun. Wantsomenoob pushing back and pushing back hard. Iskarukma cleared out all these Roshiori that spammed in. But there's not a lot here for Jaapaasa to push with is the problem. He might actually just be running low on infantry. He's got 86, but they are cheap on the whole. So you eat through them in a hurry. Doesn't feel like you would, but they go really fast when they're only 20 points. They're calling 4 or 5 at a time. Oh, nice hit there on that with the TACOM. Nice little cheeky line of sight. .155 now being retargeted to try to get the Rashida there. Sextiet all pushing up. Yeah, the tough thing is there's no surrendering these guys, and Fanatical is a trait I feel like there's a lot of division on in the community, whether it's good or bad. I mean, obviously, it's better to have Fanatical than not, right? There's obviously no argument there. But, like, how good is Fanatical? It doesn't look great on paper, but then when you go into game and you have to deal with Fanatical units, it is one of the most obnoxious traits to have to fight against. It just is. Like, it's so annoyingly good that you have to literally sit there and kill through every single unit in a squad. It takes so much longer to do that than to simply surrender things. So it is a very frustrating trait. Does that make it good? I mean, honestly, in my opinion, it's always been if something frustrates the enemy, it's probably pretty good, and you should keep doing it. So I'm going to go with yes. BT-42 goes down. Pac-40 trying to take revenge. Will it? It will. Losing the BT sucks, but killing other receipts is a pretty big deal. I think Jaapaasa definitely needs to commit a little bit down up north here and try to clear this out. He's really got a flag you get a 15-9 with. Because Wantsomenoob is pushing hard back here. Iskarukma killed the Pioneeri before the grenades are even thrown. Stalking Turunta is kind of desperately needed to kill off his TACOM, which is absolutely eating him alive. Lati's going to try to do the job himself, and he definitely can. Another leader coming in. Oh my, that's a lot of Pioneeri Kaladi coming. And these are mostly Sextiet and not Iskarukma, so that's going to be an issue. He's probably nearly out of Iskarukma, I would think, at this point. Bofer's still alive, will spread the rockets off on the Falca Wolf. Gets him off, still takes out the TACOM. So nice kill there. Nice kill there. We do see some movement up north, some Sextiet finally moving into position. Might be too little too late, though. Sturmy up north. I mean, the Sextiet are better than your average infantry squad at CQC, but they're certainly not anything, like, incredible. All right. Pioneeri blob coming. Grenade goes off, hits 2 units. Ouch. Bofer's getting hit by the Sextiet, and Pioneeri Kaladi trying to reposition to get back into a place to help. Yakati coming in. I mean, those definitely match up well against the Kaladi here. These guys... oh, no, they're not at a grenade range. Incorrect code. Yakati unloaded pretty early, though. Blenheim's coming in. Bofer's is still falling back. Grip bombs away. DB3F coming in. Does that hit the Kaladi? Is that what it's going for? Yep, gets Bofer's kill and so pins the entire Pioneeri blob, which is already falling back. They're not even that pinned, so they're not going to get surrendered. Sextiet cannot beat the Roshiori at long range. They just can't. It's not a fair fight at all. DTs are meh. Very mid machine guns. Sextiet pushing through. Problem is, again, the Pioneeri are not actually pinned. They're just falling back. I think Wantsomenoob was definitely expecting a lot more pinning of his units there. Sexiana will now lose to the grenade on these guys. Woo! Jaapaasa gets out just in time, though. He needs these Yaakari back up here. That's where he needs them. As the Pioneer now pushed back through. Jaapaasa's still in a 13-11, though, getting precious points. Counter battery killed off another 100 mil, and now the second one's being targeted. It looks like Jaapaasa might actually end up coming out on top of this RD war. I mean, I love the Romanian 100 mils, but the fact is, if you're stacking up even with 155s, you're still probably going to lose at the end of the day. Yeah, Jaapaasa needs to keep falling back. There's some Iskarukma. Those are the winners right there. That if they 2-on-1 these guys, there's no chance. Jirni throwing heat shells at that T-26. Misses, though. Even the Latis technically have a bunch of Swomies. And Jaapaasa doing nice. She's actually finally microing. Yes, microing well now. Can't save the Lati, though. But now the Uskarukma can go clear these up. It's a big loss here. A Vickers coming in for Wantsomenoob. That's unfortunate because those are terrible. I mean, if he's using his AT, fine. But it looks like he's using his AA. And not good. I'm surprised Jaapaasa has not just thrown down some arty here. He could clear this out in a heartbeat. Ammo truck already dead for the 100 mil. As the 155s throw down hard. Double Vekatin should throw this HS-129 off pretty quick. Probably won't kill it, but... Jaapaasa being very picky with how he moves these Iskarukma. He does not want them long fighting with these Kaladi, but they're still getting some grenades off and stuff. And the problem is when you move the grenade thrower, then they don't throw their grenade. Molly moves the Kaladi. Yep, Yaakari should be able to finish the Kaladi off, and they do without the grenade going. HS-129 does not get its clusters off. Was it just going for the T-26 or was it just going for a pin? I think it was just going for a pin on all these infantry. And now, all of a sudden, Wantsomenoob, I don't know if it's all of a sudden, but gradually Wantsomenoob here is getting squeezed and feeling the pressure for real. So I don't know what this Lati's been out here doing, honestly. Jirni pushing forward now, looking for targets. There's a Pack 40 here. I don't know who wins that fight, honestly. The Pack 40 gets the first shot and actually lands it, then the Pack 40 for sure. All depends on how good that gunner is on this particular day. And now the Pioneer Kaladi caught out in the open in the Yellow Forest. Oh. It's Pioneer Kaladi. Oh, no chance now. Back to a 14-10 for Jaapaasa. Can he find a 15-9? Because that might lock things up. Ooh, Vickers on the Shermie. This should be an easy kill for it. Except it missed twice. There's the hit. Third shot's the charm. Bounces. Oof. And now the T-26 involved. Oh, no. Oh, the Sturmy goes down. Can the T-26 take vengeance? I don't know if it can. Oh, the Vickers is running. Really probably just should have aimed at the ammo. I mean, the ammo is useful. Some smoke gets the Roshiori in range of the Prickett lane and might flip this flag. See some push-up. Oh, no. And Jaapaasa takes the game with Wantsomenoob surrendering. I mean, the trades were pretty bad, apparently. 3,070 to 2,085 here. Jaapaasa taking a game against Wantsomenoob. Very nice. Very nice indeed. That was a tough one. It was a good game for all. These two 155 kills, I really thought Jaapaasa was kind of boned, honestly, when that happened. Because then the 100 mils can just do whatever they want. But Jaapaasa really reinvested into his arty and was not punished for it, honestly. I think at the beginning of the game, Wantsomenoob was doing a much better job of spacing his units and keeping them out of Green Forest, where he actually doesn't have a very good chance at all of winning. You have to, and I've played this matchup specifically against Jaapaasa several times. When you have the Finns versus the Romanians long range is much stronger. So you have to work really hard to space out your units and keep them out of Green Forest fights. Like, just avoid it altogether. The Finns win those every day, all day, in every situation. So you might as well just avoid them completely and just work around yellow and open areas. I 17th Divissioona is a little harder because the BT-42s actually give them some open ground play, but it's not an overwhelming amount. Like, you do have plenty of answers to that problem. But good game to both players. That was exciting. If you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe, consider checking out that Patreon link down below. Thanks so much to everyone who has or currently supports me. It really does mean a lot. And check out Atkpwrgaming.com for cool merchandise and stuff. Thanks so much, guys. Have a fantastic day.